COVID-19 vaccine becomes more readily available in the state. Questions surrounding its safety continue to circulate, specifically concerning pregnant women.
And Kadn needs your help in more ways than one. We'll tell you how you can be a part of the solution in various sectors of the community.
Plus, learn what steps Louisiana educators are taking to give your students a chance to correct any mistakes they make along the way.
And it is a cold start to the day out there, but we have another beautiful afternoon in store for us. We'll talk more details on that and how long the nice weather lasts in your forecast here on News 15 Today.
From Fox 15 and KLAF NBC, News 15 Today starts now.
Good morning. You're watching News 15 Today. I'm Carter Simino.
Good morning. I'm Alex Worstel. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Well, Governor John Bel Edwards announced just last week that a new group of people have access to the vaccine. Among that group, pregnant women.
That's right. News 15's Patsy Douglas talked with a local OBGYN on the conversations he's having with his patients about the vaccine.
Being pregnant during COVID-19 can be nerve-wracking, but with new access to the vaccine, doctors and patients are more optimistic.
When I talk to the patients who are pregnant, especially during this time, and especially my patients who have been trying for years, the anxiety level is huge.
Dr. John Storman, medical director of Fertility Answers, says he is encouraging all of his patients to take the vaccine.
So I have a lot of patients who are nurses and they're on front lines, and so they have a huge exposure. Most of my patients who are nurses have accepted it and they said they've gone on. A lot of patients who are nurses have been reluctant and are scared, especially if they're early pregnant or if they're newly pregnant or they're attempting pregnancy.
Many conversations that Dr. Storman is having with his patients leads to numerous questions.
They felt like there was some rumors that the vaccine was going to attack their placenta and be harmful because the placenta has spike proteins and the virus has spike proteins. Entirely different. It's entirely different DNA sequence. So just because one has this something called a spike protein doesn't mean it's going to affect the placenta. As a matter of fact, we know that it does not affect the placenta.
With a high level of anxiety, there is still hope that the new vaccine will help ease the pain off of some of his patients.
If I can alleviate some of their anxiety and ask them to maybe stay off Googling everything and just be safe and have common sense, that's going to make them a little bit less anxious and hopefully have a healthier time and a little bit happier pregnancy.
In Lafayette, Patsy Douglas, News 15.
Well, let's get a check of your weather this morning with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier.
Adam, it's a chilly start to the day.
That is right, Carter and Alex. We are seeing those temperatures down to the 30s, the coldest we've been since our great winter storm of last week. However, we are going to warm up pretty quickly today. You can see that we're down to 32 degrees in Ville Platte, 34 in Opelousas. It is 39 in Lafayette, a trio of 35s in Breaux Bridge, New Iberia, and Abbeville to start your morning off, and Jennings sitting at 41 currently. Now, our temperatures from here on out will eventually begin to warm up, and they're going to warm up fast. We go from 47 degrees at 9 o'clock this morning to the lower 60s by noon. It's actually going to turn out to be a pretty nice day. We're going to talk more on that and rain chances in your forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you for that, Adam. We'll check back shortly. Well, just a few months after launching in Abbeville, Waiters expansion has brought the popular food delivery service to both Eunice and Jennings. Customers in those cities now have access to dozens of area restaurants. Waiters kicking off its debut in Eunice and Jennings with special free delivery. Anyone in either city can get their food delivered for free by using the Waiter app.
You know, we're happy to be expanding in the local area around the Lafayette area into Eunice and Jennings and places like that. So we're excited to bring, more food to more areas, and but that does have a need for drivers, right? So, bringing more jobs, more for people to do in the area, keeping our restaurant partners happy, and people make some money.
Well, this is a limited time offer for those living in those cities for orders from Jefferson Davis and St. Landry Parish restaurants.
Well, finding substitutes throughout this school year is often difficult for many school districts, and now amid a pandemic, officials say it's been even harder. Vermilion Parish Assistant Superintendent Paul Hebert explains why having more subs in the area is important for the district, especially since they're the second highest rated in the state.
Our goal as a school system is to have every child meet his ultimate maximum capacity in the classroom. And we can't do that without a good pool of substitute teachers to keep learning going on days when our teachers are out.
Hebert says it's not just a shortage of substitute teachers, but also other positions like janitors, cafeteria workers, and bus drivers that are needed at this time.
Second Harvest Food Bank also needs your help in replenishing their bottled water supply. The nonprofit has donated more than 110,000 bottles of water to those in northern Louisiana after the winter storm left them without drinkable water.
We're asking for the community who always shows up when we need to donate. I think right now we currently have 180 cases left in-house. We're just asking anyone, just a case of water or a gallon of water would just be so helpful during this time.
Second Harvest also distributed 1,500 prepared meals to the homeless and people displaced by the freeze here in Acadiana. You can make donations at their facility on Pinhook Road.
Well, a story we've been following for some time now. Edith Garland Dupre Library on UL's campus will play host to a community book reading and virtual discussion series on voting rights in the United States. The library is one of 10 across the state to secure an LEH grant for Who Gets to Vote? Conversations on Voting Rights in America. Beginning Wednesday, March 10th, and continuing for the next 3 weeks, participants will discuss one of 4 books that pertain to voting rights in the state and across the country.
We still want to help out, and we still want to do what we can to make sure that these discussions are fostered in the community and that we can all see and come together and at least compromise and talk about it as a community.
The discussions will be held on Zoom from 6:30 p.m. to 8, and UL Lafayette faculty members will act as facilitators.
Well, Louisiana sheriff says there's no indication why a customer at a New Orleans area gun store went on a sudden deadly shooting rampage that left another customer and a store employee dead.
That's right. The shooter was 27-year-old Joshua Williams, who died after being shot by other gun store employees. Also killed was 47-year-old Herbert Fischbach, an employee of the store and gun range, and 59-year-old Veronica Bio, a customer.
Jefferson Parish Sheriff Joe LaPinto said Williams did not initially appear angry before he began firing on Saturday afternoon, but he did go outside, pull his gun, and fire into the air before turning his gun on those inside.
Well, Louisiana farmers are worried that more than 60 hours of sub-freezing temperatures will hurt next year's sugarcane crop. But an LSU Ag Center specialist is optimistic the damage won't be that bad. LSU Ag Center sugarcane specialist Kenneth Gravois says the wintry precipitation actually acted as a temperature buffer for young sugarcane crop. This year's sugar crop was the largest on record at nearly 2 million tons. Gravois said cane variety development helped to create a more cold-tolerant crop.
Louisiana's educators are launching a program aimed at shrinking out-of-school suspensions by giving K-12 school administrators more training to meet students' social and emotional needs.
That's right. This move comes after recent data released shows more than twice as many black students are suspended than their white peers. The Advocate reports the program seeks to show adults and students how to set goals, demonstrate empathy for others, and establish positive relationships.
During the 2018-2019 school year, 54,000 students received out-of-school suspensions. 38,000 involved black students.
Well, officials from Louisiana and France are renewing an agreement to continue collaboration on educational and professional initiatives. The agreement was first signed in the late 1960s and is now extended to the year 2024. The accord supports French immersion programs here in Louisiana. The agreement also furthers the Escadrille Louisiane program aimed at helping the state to hire native Louisiana French speakers to teach the immersion programs. Well, during Black History Month, Louisiana native Carolyn Shelton reminisces on her experiences as an international flight attendant, notably one of the first black flight attendants in aviation in 1965.
Carolyn Shelton is a true pioneer, and during her career, she was featured on 60 Minutes and other programs. Shelton has written several Creole-style cookbooks and is currently working on 47 Years in the Back of the House, which is also a television program.
Back of the House highlights the contributions of many unsung heroes in the culinary world. She shines a spotlight on African-American chefs, cooks, and butlers that have worked tirelessly in famous hotels, plantations, hospitals, and school cafeterias, as well as private homes.
The book highlights brilliant recipes and contributions made to culinary culture.
Well, taking a look at that school day forecast as you head out the door, we are looking at some chilly temperatures with clear skies, but by this afternoon, warmer temperatures, and we keep going up with those temperatures in the forecast. Details just ahead.
What a happy worm that was.
I was going to say.
You may be among the 44 million who received your first COVID dose. of the vaccine. If you have questions concerning the safety of certain activities post-vaccine, we have a full breakdown just ahead.
But first, we have to check in with Al Abear. He's showing us how to make a special treat for our dogs today, because after all, it is National Dog Biscuit Day. We're going to have more on that coming up.
Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 7 8. Hate this microphone. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hate the microphone. It's a perfect microphone if the corporate is listening.
We love this microphone and everything about Allen Media and the Weather Channel. Thank you very much.
Welcome back. Today is National Dog Biscuit Day. We've mentioned that. So naturally, Al Abear is going to make dog biscuits.
Of course. What else would he do today? We do a lot of cooking on this show, but this might be the first time our menu is dedicated to dogs.
Yes.
He's out at Chow Bella Dog Bakery. Al, what can you tell us this morning?
Hey, Carter, Alex, I got to tell you, Jennifer here, we're about to start our dog biscuits. So, Jennifer, tell us a little bit about the ingredients we have here.
So all the ingredients is safe and natural and organic for dogs. We use, so today we're going to make banana carob chip cookies or biscuits. So we have organic peanut butter with no salt and no sugar. We have brown rice syrup. And we have cinnamon already in our bowl. We're going to add some oats and some carob chips in a second. But all the ingredients is safe and natural for dogs.
Now, those carob chips look just like chocolate chips. Can I try one?
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, my God.
Take a handful.
Wow.
You get the sweetness that you think is a regular chocolate chip, but it's not. They're actually better than chocolate chips.
This is really good. It's kind of subtle. It's, well, okay, I'm impressed. Dog biscuits.
Yeah, and I
hope you're DVRing this at home.
It's delicious.
I love that.
We love these cookies.
Okay, so do we want to add everything in there?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
So we'll add the chips and then the oats, and then we just mix it.
Okay. I tell you, if you hold this,
yeah,
I'll hold this and mix this.
Good luck.
Good luck.
It's tough.
You've seen the show before. Wow, this is really hard to mix.
Yeah.
It's like, where am I going wrong here, Jennifer?
It's just the peanut butter kind of is tough to mix in, and yeah, you got stuff to work with.
Maybe I'm going to let you do this.
Okay.
She's really experienced on this. So look, we're going to go back to you guys in the studio. We're going to try to mix this up. Not as easy as it looks. That's the thing about TV. We make this look easy. Jennifer makes it look easy. Back to you guys in the studio. We're going to be making these cookies. We'll be back out as soon as we get this all mixed up. Right, Jennifer?
Yes.
Sounds good, Al. Thank you. We're excited to see how they turn out. Are you going to try one is the question.
Ooh, I hope so. I really hope so.
Alrighty.
Well, News 15 is accepting donations in our first animal food and supply drive. We'll be taking donations this Friday, February 26th from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. right here at 1500 Eras Landry Road.
It may be a chilly start to the morning, but Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier tracking warmer temperatures in your forecast next. Stay with us. It is 6:15 on your Tuesday morning. And to catch up on continued coverage of the latest news around Acadiana and the state, be sure to visit our website, klaf.com. Stay with us. Just getting started right here on News 15 today.
Always tracking, always alerting. Here's your Storm Track 15 weather.
Welcome back. 6:18 yesterday afternoon was perfect. So if we could have more of that weather and have it stick around, that'd be great.
Yeah, Adam, do we have that today?
Well, it looks like we're going to have another beautiful day around the area. A little bit warmer than yesterday, but hey, we're not complaining. 70s, not sounding too bad, especially with all the sunshine. A beautiful afternoon in store for us today. Clouds, though, they return tomorrow. And then this weekend, well, we're talking about near 80-degree temperatures as we head into the weekend there. So that is going to be a very warm situation for us. But starting out today, I-10 at Ambassador looking beautiful. Look at this sunrise we have. The sky filling with light here as we see a lot of clear skies, no clouds to track. Of course, without clouds, you can't have rain. So we don't have any issues with that either. The road's looking A-OK on I-10. We are seeing those temperatures, though, fairly chilly. 30s right now. Across the area, we're seeing 32 in Ville Platte, 34 in Opelousas, 37 in Abbeville, 35 in New Iberia. It is 39 in Lafayette, 40 degrees in Jennings with some fog. But a big temperature swing on the way today. In fact, a low so far today at Lafayette Regional Airport of 37 degrees. Just check the observations. In the past hour or two, we've dropped to 37, although hasn't officially registered quite yet. We'll get that later on today. Compare that to this afternoon, where we're expecting a high of 72 degrees. And yeah, we're going to see quite a changeover there as we get into the afternoon hours. Almost a 35-degree temperature swing in some spots. 72 degrees for a high temperature with lots of sunshine. Picture perfect and comfortable. Tonight, 48 degrees, mostly clear and chilly, but not quite as cold as it's been the past, well, night or so. Tomorrow, 73 degrees. The clouds begin to increase, and that shows you what's headed our way in the future. Yes, rain chances. Not that far away. They do come in on Thursday as a front stalls across the area here. It's not really going to move much, but it's going to provide some rain chances. No thunderstorms expected on Thursday or Friday, but hey, you know, sometimes you get a rumble of thunder with temperatures this warm, a lot of energy to work with in the atmosphere. Though we do see that front lifting back to the north for Saturday and Sunday, leading to some very warm temperatures. Our average high for this time of the year, 67 degrees. We're above that for this entire 7-day period. Crazy stuff.
All over the place indeed, Alex.
Crazy. Thank you, Adam. We'll be checking in throughout the morning. Well, are you concerned that your teen is addicted to vaping? Well, if so, we've got some stats and signs from medical experts that could help you find answers.
And major talks continue in Washington this morning. We've got the latest on the newest COVID-19 relief bill next. Welcome back to News 15 today. A court hearing is scheduled for a former Michigan governor related to charges in the Flint water crisis.
That's right. Former governor of Michigan Rick Snyder and the former director of the Flint Department of Public Works Howard Croft will have preliminary hearings today in their misdemeanor cases.
Snyder is charged with 2 counts of willful neglect of duty, which is a misdemeanor. Emergency managers appointed by Snyder used the Flint River for the city's drinking water without treating it to reduce corrosion.
Snyder contends that the charges against him should be dismissed because his alleged crimes occurred in the state capital, Lansing, and not in Flint.
Well, foreign policy takes center stage in Washington today as President Biden holds his first one-on-one meeting with a foreign leader. It's virtual. He's speaking with Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
That's right. Tracy Potts has more on what they'll discuss, plus what to expect from today's hearing on last month's Capitol riot.
Trade, climate change, and the COVID pandemic are expected to dominate today's conversation between President Biden and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
We're ready to work shoulder to shoulder to defeat COVID-19 and rebuild economies that work for everyone.
Rebuilding America means helping small businesses survive. The government says 400,000 have closed their doors. President Biden announced a 2-week window for businesses with fewer than 20 workers to apply for loans.
A lot of these mom and pop businesses got muscled out of the way by bigger companies who jumped in front of the line.
He's pushing Congress to approve his relief plan, which includes billions more for small business loans. Today, Congress turns its attention to last month's riot at the Capitol. A congressional panel will hear from Washington's police chief and 3 who resigned after the attack. The former sergeant at arms for the House and Senate speaking publicly for the first time, and former Capitol Police Chief Stephen Sund. Lawmakers want to know why they weren't prepared and why it took so long to secure the building.
I think this was the most heinous attack on the democratic processes that I've ever seen, and one that I never expected to see in my lifetime.
Merrick Garland, President Biden's Attorney General nominee, says the siege will be his top priority if confirmed. Federal investigators are already looking into whether allies of former President Trump helped organize that attack, but a source tells NBC News charges are not likely. Tracy Potts, NBC News.
Still to come, here from the director of one local organization dedicated to helping people get the treatment they need while turning their lives around.
We're also breaking down new information surrounding the death of Elijah McClain, who died after being detained by police and injected with ketamine.
Radar is quiet right now, but we are going to be watching for rain chances in the future. We'll let you know about those in your forecast coming up.
When you're on the go, so are we. Download the News 15 mobile app and get the latest news, weather, and sports. The News 15 mobile app. Download now.
Yeah, I can. Good morning. We have another beautiful day in store for us with lots of sunshine and warmer temperatures. Now, this cool start that we've had this morning continues through about mid-morning. By lunchtime, we're in the lower 60s, again with lots of sunshine. This afternoon, highs will get into the lower 70s across the area. Again, more sunshine out there, a picture-perfect afternoon. Tonight, some cool conditions, but we see a warm-up in your forecast climbing into the 70s each and every afternoon. A few showers for Thursday and Friday. A very warm weekend in store for us.